Hey, Living Hope Church family. Wanted to give you three things to be thinking about this week. One is our Sunday morning virtual worship services have a new flair to them, have a new variety of having each of you make a video of those in your household and your family and sending them over to us, and we'll put them in the worship service. You saw them the last couple weeks, so those part of our church family, go ahead and make a quick video and say something like, good morning, and we're glad to worship together, and introduce yourselves to the church family. It's going to be such an encouragement for the rest of our church to see that. So go ahead, make those videos, send them over to Pastor Jeff, and we'll get them loaded in each Sunday as we get together virtually. Also, you've noticed from a communication piece last week that we have our annual meeting that's usually scheduled in June. And we're making some adjustments to be able to take care of some vital business items that, if we could accomplish, would help us continue to go forward with supporting our missionaries and continuing our ministry planning. And so what we've decided to do, kind of in this unique pandemic season, this kind of crisis response, is to have an absentee type voting, a mail-in voting system. So you saw that last week. A whole packet was emailed to you. If you missed it, go ahead, reach out to us. We'll get that to you. But next week, you're going to get a physical packet. It's going to be called the member voting packet. And that packet is going to have the elements of elders and budget and new members and things like that to consider and vote on. And that's going to be a physical packet that our members will receive in the mail next week. And then the ballots, the voting ballots, will be mailed back here to the church office. And that's simply to check off some of those business items that we can continue to plan and go forward. We will plan a time where we can be together, where we can celebrate what God has done, as our annual meeting is often a celebration, whenever we can get back together. But these important and vital parts of accomplishing them in June is going to be good. So watch out for that. Members, those who are able to vote, will get those ballots, and only members. So watch out for those things coming next week. We do have a town hall meeting planned on May 31st. So watch out for those details too. At that meeting, we want to talk through these business items, and we would love to present and show you our strategy for what it would look like for us to regather, our sanitized stations and our social distancing measures, because we are eager to be back together as a church family. And finally, we are finishing our Hebrews series right now. Oh, the Lord has done a work in my heart. Honestly, church, this book of Hebrews has done more heart work in me than I expected. I expected to have a lot of new head knowledge about kind of a Old Testament oriented book, right, that's in the New Testament, talking about things of the Old Testament. I expected to learn some new things, but this has done such a heart work in me, and I pray it's done the same for you and those that I've heard it's done as well in their hearts, that this book, with its warnings and its call to believe and hold fast, has been so rich. Why? Because we are a people of the book. We're a people of the Word. And so if you believe this Word with me, it will change you. If you believe this Word as a church, it will change who we are, because we want to become a healthy church so that we can bless our hurting community. And it starts with us and our relationship with the Lord and our time that we can spend with Him through His Word. So we're finishing up Hebrews, and we have just 2 more Sundays left. We're going to move into a series of Summer in the Psalms. We're going to open up the book of Psalms, but we're going to open up this large book of our Bible, and we're going to go through it this summer. And here's the takeaway from the book of Psalms: worshiping God through it all, through every season. It's King David longing for the temple to be built. It's reflecting on the joy of the temple being built and it falling down, and being people in exile, hoping for bigger promises of God and bigger things to be fulfilled in the future. And as they expected the Messiah, as they expected the promises of God to come, all the more we join in this season of expectation for God to work among us and in us, but also in the future hope that we have. So summer in the Psalms, worshiping through it all, worshiping God in every season, in every trial, in every joy, and every sorrow. So that's where we're going to go. Get your Bibles ready, start reading that book of Psalms, and we will be jumping into it and wanting the Lord to change us so that we can be agents of change to our neighborhood and those around us.